throughout this video, I will be reading off of my phone because it has my script on it. Hi. I already said that. Instead of my usual intro, I have to give a disclaimer at the start of this video. Please do not harass Ronald/Foursona. Okay, please don't. That is not my intention by making this video at all. My intention is to document what has happened so far in case the situation develops further. I also think that people should be aware of what Ronald is doing since this is a pretty niche controversy and he's open for commissions. Thank you. Alright, let me lay out the basic context for this case. I am Alien Bugs, but that isn't the name I mainly go by online. I am CalicoCat774 on most platforms and am most famous as D-Roll Muncher, also here on YouTube. So yes, if you see these screenshots containing a different alias from my current one, it's because I cannot pick a single name to go by online, but it is me, alright? Got that over with. Either way, I often put up adoptables and character designs for sale on Toy House. I am an artist, I draw, and I really like making character designs, so I sell them. Please keep this in mind for later. I often design anthros, so I know a lot of open and closed species. A few notable ones are Dutch angel dragons, primogens, circles, ovali, and that sort of thing. One more niche open species is Foursonas, inspired by VFDI's number 4 algebraian. If these words don't make sense to you, just know that it's a number 4, with arms and legs, and sometimes a tail. This species is just a number 4 with arms, legs, and fur. I found out about them around May to June and promptly created a Foursona, Rave. As you can see, I gathered a bunch of separate Foursonas in the corner for reference. This was my first time drawing a Foursona, and I wanted to make sure I got the anatomy right, as long as some inspiration for character design. I finished this Foursona and uploaded it. Nobody thought that I had copied one of the designs in my reference list. Hell, I even got some fan art of them. Thank you to Nico and some person on Discord I forgot for these wonderful pieces. Thank you. Skip forward a month or so to Artfight. I had uploaded Rave to Artfight and I had gotten some cool art of him, actually. Also put up here with credits. Until one day I log on and I see I got a new comment. It was from Ronald. I didn't know that he existed up until that point, and I'm pretty sure he was the first person to make a Foursona. But either way, I love getting comments, so I was pretty excited to see what he had commented on my Foursona. He had said that he was uncomfortable with me referencing from his old art, which is perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. I genuinely have no problems with this. I know it's hard to tell my emotions through a fox mask, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I honestly didn't know this was his art, nor did I know he was uncomfortable with me referencing it at the time, and I couldn't just go back and unreference his artwork. I have not referenced from him since. Not even once. I actually, when I gather references for Foursona's work, to make sure that they were not created by Ronald. If I have messed up once or twice, it is because the art was either untraceable by reverse image searches or did not have his watermark in it. By that point, it was under no fault of my own. It was the second part of his comment that got to me, though. You kinda copied a character almost completely too that I designed, / lighthearted. Those are his words verbatim. I will put up the comment here so you can see that I am not lying to you. He then informed me I was blacklisted and I couldn't get a design from him, which I am fine with. I'm okay with being blacklisted from him. I have never once tried to get a design from Ronald, either secondhand or firsthand, okay? I have never done that. But alleging I copied your design entirely isn't a light-hearted claim. And I didn't. Rave's design has a sort of backstory that I haven't brought up till now, which is that he's based off of an old OC I scrapped. I scrapped it because the file got corrupted along with a bunch of my other old art. You can see the dead art wall right here, and you can see Rave right here. I reused most of the elements from that design onto Rave, notably the beetle tail, glow stick bracelets, spike cuffs, top surgery scars, and arrow on the chest. The only part of Ronald's character that I copied was the shades of purple from his character. Why did I do that? At this time, I was using an older, broken Wacom screen tablet, which I no longer own, which displayed colors inaccurately, so I'd often color pick from other OCs/photos to make sure my colors came out right, which isn't copying by any means. It is simply using a built-in feature of my art program, which is the eyedropper tool. Well, I stated the fact that no, Rave was not copied and he was based off a different OC I had, and all I did was color pick to Ronald. He then directly said that I stole the entire design off of him and then blocked me so I couldn't defend myself any further. I cannot access these comments anymore, and these were actually gotten secondhand. So I have not evaded your block, Ronald. These were sent to me by a different later part of the story, okay? Fine. Whatever, this is pretty inconsequential to me. I forgot about Ronald and the minor drama I had with my Foursona, and I went all my way. I did not reach out to Ronald again after this. I did not look for any of his social medias, and if I did bump into him on the internet, it was by accident, because I like looking at Foursonas, and if he's one of the few people that made them, then I might have bumped into his social media once or twice. But I did not purposefully reach out to him ever. This is where the story ended. Until yesterday, of course, which is why I'm making this video. I would not make this video if he simply alleged that I copied his design and then blocked me 1 month ago. I am part of a Discord server called New Paper Furry City, where I occasionally pop in and share my art. I've actually made a couple friends from the server, and it's pretty important to me. Yesterday, I logged on again to see I had been reported for copying OCs. Ronald's OCs. I don't know for certain that Ronald made this report, but I suspect that he did, and I have a reason for this that I will share later on in the story. Also, I don't think anybody else keeps up with both mine and his OCs. Apparently, I had copied more than just Rave, but also 2 designs I had been selling from 2 of Ronald's characters. The characters I originally copied, and Ronald's characters will be shown on the screen now. Ronald's on this side, mine on this side. First of all, since Ronald had blocked me, I hadn't seen any of his OCs. I literally did not know what any of his OCs looked like. I had no idea these existed at all, okay? So the notion that I copied them is just impossible. I am sorry, Ronald. I have literally just never seen Ank or Silly Noob before, so I did not in fact copy them. I just had a similar idea to you, which is not copying. Now, let's closely examine the 2 other designs I copied that aren't Rave. First of all, Ank, my generic caution tape Foursona. What exactly do they have in common? The color palette of dark gray and yellow, and the fact that they both have yellow paw pads. That's it. That's the entire list of similarities. The colors aren't even placed in the exact same spots. Mine has entirely different markings. I am sorry for using the color palette of caution tape for an OC based on caution tape. Now onto the second OC I allegedly copied. Silly Noob is a Roblox noob Foursona with a rainbow tail and a rainbow bandana, top surgery scars. Pretty cool looking, I'd say. My noob Foursona is literally just a Roblox noob. It is not original in any way, shape, or form. I was just running out of ideas for this adoptable batch, so I made a generic noob, like I had seen people do time and time again. Ronald does not own the idea of a Roblox noob. Neither me or Ronald invented the idea of a Roblox noob, even. The only feature these 2 Foursonas have in common is the fact that they are based on the Roblox noob, which is a decently common design choice, considering how iconic the Roblox noob is. I presented these arguments to the moderator team, and they seem to have dropped it. I later made a post on Twitter about how someone claimed I copied the idea of a Roblox noob Foursona. I never mentioned Ronald, not even once. I used gender-neutral pronouns since I didn't know for sure who even reported me. Here's my post, verbatim. Take a minute to look it over. Now, my Twitter isn't linked to my art fight or my Discord, so Ronald wouldn't have it currently, and he would have to seek me out under a separate username to even know this post existed. He replied to my post saying he never claimed I copied Silly Noob, and that he still believes I copied Rave. Okay, so he wasn't the one who reported me, but how did he find the post? Was he literally seeking me out? I still have no genuine idea. He then reminded me that I am blacklisted and that I should avoid getting characters made by him, which is fine. I did indeed remember that, and I am avoiding his designs like the plague. I then replied with the fact that I, 1, never in the post claimed that he said I copied Silly Noob, 2, did not copy Rave's design, and 3, I was aware I was blacklisted and literally just wanted him to leave me alone. Screenshots will pop up during the story so you can see that I am not lying. He replied insisting I copied Rave and that he was just replying to a post about himself. Let's unpack. The post was about an unnamed, anonymous person reporting me for copying Silly Noob. In no way did it mention Rave, nor did it mention anything linking me to CalicoCat774 on Artfight. Ronald insists he did not report me for copying Silly Noob, though he later states that he was replying to a post about himself. So did you, or did you not, report me for copying Silly Noob? My current theory as to how Ronald even found my tweet is that he has been sort of following me around on the internet. Stalking me, some might say. It is possible to find all my social media via my art fight by sleuthing around for a while, searching up my usernames over and over again. And it's even possible to find my Discord. I think Ronald saw the Foursonas I had been designing and reported me for copying him. He then watched my social medias to see how I would respond to it, just to throw older drama relating to Rave back into my face. I genuinely don't know why he'd do this. It's what has happened so far. This video is solely to document what has happened so far in case Ronald keeps targeting me so I can defend myself from someone with a far bigger platform than my own. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.